Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Class 208 English Listening and Speaking Final Presentation. I'm Bob, I represent Fengsan Senior High School. Represent Fengsan Senior High School, our teachers and classmates. Thank you for joining our final presentation today. Before the presentation started, please turn your phone to silent and try to stay on your seat for the next 2 hours. Thank you. Over the past 4 months, we have engaged in a class sponsored by Mr. Liu from the New, which has focused on the development of English speaking and listening. During this time, we learned a lot of useful skills like retelling stories, debating, role-playing, and flow speech. Those skills not only increase our confidence to use this language in our life, but also increase the ability of using English to speak and listen. So without further ado, let's get started. We have 14 presentations for you. Each of them offering its own individual topic, track, and perspective. So now, let's invite Principal on the stage.
大家好，我很想用英文讲，但是我没有上这个课啊，所以我讲不出来啊，所以我还是用中文讲吧，就不用翻译。我讲英文你就要翻译。这样今天来到现场的我们的杰出的校友女董事长刘保佑刘董事长。 蔡部里人，他们一起来蔡部里，还有我们在座的家长、老师、同学，我这个老师同学，他也这个太感动了。他是这个我们这个英语班的同学，他今天还来参加发表会，最佳台模。那今天有这一个发表会我要特别感谢一下我们的这个刘保佑刘董事长他从去年邀请他回到学校，他说50年没回到学校，以前他的棒球队的主场在成品路，经过来去都不敢进，这个回到这个学校，终于有一天把他请回来了从那一天开始。 他就把这个50年的对梦中的想念、对梦中的爱，充分的这个展现出来。最具体的就是今天这一场的演员那这个刘董事长一直希望他可以怎么样回馈给我们梦中这个的学生我们跟他讨论了很久。 我知道他最重视英文，尤其是英文的这个听跟说以及这个能够用英语在世界移动的这个能力所以我就跟他建议，我们来设一个这个英语的专门是听跟说的这样的外师的这个这个选修的班级这个获得刘董事长的赞，他说，这是一个如果我们要跟人家做一个对等的竞争的话，这是一个我们可以发挥的点所以从这个规划1整年，从这个学期开始，我们就开这个班。刘董事长先给我们100万来 开这班。当时我们怕这个，因为100万不晓得能够请请多少的外师啊，那担心这个开出来的班我们的这个同学要不要来学请得到外师没有？还有经费够不够？不过这个我们现在这一次一开就有9个班，一个班按20几个班，
上线
25这样。那这个经费大概1学期下来这个一年下来应该要到70、80万那如果这个我们还有另外有一个检定的奖金，然后这个可以让同学来申请。那这个刚刚这个刘董事长很关心这个教学的问题，他一直说要来看，他一直没时间他今天刚好发表我们成果发表的特别邀请，他从早上一大早从台北来高铁直接到我们学校来。那他跟我们讲说，他希望来看到这个有一个好的开始，而且能够持续，所以他这个钱他应该要把它成为一个基金，专入基金。那每年他最少都投入100万进去，我们希望扩大更多的同学来参与。那这个是我想今天把这个故事跟大家来说明。那也非常感谢这个刘董事长，那也期待我们同学有这样的一个更好的机会可以努力的来学习那真的是变成我们公众最厉害的秘密武器，好吧？好，谢谢。
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fongsan Senior High School. Today is our final presentation. I'm Bob. Represent Fongsan Senior High School, our teachers and classmates. Thank you for joining our presentation today. Before the presentation started, please turn your phone to silent and try to stay on your seat for the next 2 hours. Thank you. Over the past 4 months, we have engaged in a class sponsored by Mr. Liu from the NIU, which has focused on the speaking and listening, which has focused on the English speaking and listening. During this time, we learned a lot of useful skills like debating, role play, speech, and retelling stories. Those skills not only increase our confidence of using the English in our life, but also increase our ability of English listening and speaking. So without further ado, let's get started. We have 14 presentations for you. of them offering their own topic, trump, and perspective to introduce the first set of presenters. Let's welcome Daniel Yu.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Daniel Yu. Yes, we all have worked hard for today's presentation, and it's my pleasure to introduce the first set of presentation. We will start with two classmates who have prepared for an interesting role-play dialogue called The Little Prince. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ryan and Hank.
Good morning, boy.
Good morning.
I'm here under the apple tree.
Who are you? You look so pretty.
I'm Fox.
Come and play with me. I'm so amazing.
I cannot play with you. I'm not 10.
Please excuse me. What does that mean?
You do not live here. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for men. What does that mean?
Man, they guns. They hunt. And they also raise chickens. That is their only interest. Are you looking for chickens?
No, I'm looking for a friend. What does that mean?
It's an action too often ignored. It means to establish a relationship.
To establish a relationship?
Just that. To me, you are still nothing more than a little boy who is just like 100,000 other little boys. I have no need of you, and you have no need of me. To you, I am a fox, just like 100,000 other normal fox. But if you let me, then we will need each other. To me, you will be a unique boy. To you, I will be the most special fox too.
I'm beginning to understand. There is a problem. I think that she has talent.
Flower, it's possible. On the earth, anything can happen.
Oh, it's not on the earth.
Not on the earth. On another planet?
Yes.
Oh, are there any hunters on the planet?
No.
Oh, how about chickens? Chickens. Are there any chickens?
No.
Oh, nothing is perfect. My life is very easy and boring actually. I hunt chickens men hunt me. All the chickens just alike, and all the men are also alike too. So I'm bored. But if you tell me, it would be as if the sun comes to shine on my life. I will know the sounds of the step that will be different from all the others. Yours will call me like a sound, like a piece of music. And look, did you see the great bear over there? I know it's bread. The wheat bear has nothing to say to me, it said. But you have hair like the color of gold. Think how wonderful that will be when you have tell me. The grass, which is also golden, will bring me back to the truth of you. And I will love to sit in the field and love to listen the wind in the wheat. So please tell me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. That was a very thoughtful conversation about the physical side of life. Now, we move to our second presentation for today. It's why it's special. It's not only our excellent mentor, but also during the next 4 months of English class. He became our temporary classmate. Today, he was present a speech about a learning experience for teaching speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ita Tsai.
Hello everyone, I'm student Ida. I'm so nervous today. That's because this is the first time I had to give an English speech on such a huge stage in front of a large audience. That makes me feel nervous, really. Anyway, let's get started. Today, I had many thanks to express. First, I had to say thank you to Judy. Because of your kindness, I can be allowed to join your classes. Honestly, I really have learned a lot through all the learning activities, such as preparing a story, picture description, role play, debate, and speech. And preparing the story gives me the biggest impression. That's because I will know I don't have enough vocabulary to express myself. However, after I read in the storybook, I get the basic and the necessary vocabulary. And I add my own vocabulary, I can repair the story. That's really makes me feel confident. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. Second, I have to say thank you to all my classmates from class 208. Because of your trust on me, you took this curriculum. It's really my great honor to study English with you. Really, my classmates. Thank you. During these 4 months, we hard work to accomplish all the learning activities. That's the reason why we can stand on the stage to finish today's final presentation. We have proven we can speak English, isn't it? Finally, I still have to say, there's a pity, a very big one. Today is the end of this curriculum. I always think if one had one more year with such intensive training, our English speaking would become more friendly, more native speaker-like, and we can make English speaking become a part of our daily life. It's really what I think. Thank you for your listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. We also have same feeling. And next, we will hear from our classmate Bob. He is speaking about the power of song. And the underlying lesson we can learn from the song's lyrics. I think it will be very easy. Come on.
Hello everyone, I'm Bob. Today I want to talk about my 2 favorite songs and try to explain the idea that the song wants to tell us. First song is 知足. Translated to the English is Count Your Blessing. This is the first song that I can sing without the lyrics because this is my sleeping song when I was a little kid. The song describes that when we are facing a relationship of love, we must discover that our lover isn't suitable for us. Rather than keep this relationship painful, let him or let her go to find a more suitable person is a better way. And the second song is Unstoppable by Sia. I heard this song when I was a 7th grade student, and it became my favorite song immediately. The song describes that there's a lot of people always smile while they need to face a huge space anytime. And it encourages the people who are facing the same conditions as them and gives them a hope to pursue their dream unreservedly. It's like a Porsche car which sprints on the road without any fear. In the end, I want to say, we might feel sad or feel down sometimes. Try to find out a song that can encourage yourself is a good way. You might try. We don't know if we can achieve our goals or not, but we won't get the answer without trying. That's the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. That was very insightful. I agree that the song can be a very good teacher too. And now, Betty will take over to our next set of presentations.
Hi everyone, I'm Benji. It's my pleasure and honor to be an MC for today's presentation. I will demonstrate this. Today, I will introduce the next four presenters in our lineup today. Another genre we learn through speaking practice involves learning how to argue politely. The next two presenters will demonstrate this skill as they respond that support and oppose their topic. Please, let's put our hands together for Arthur and James.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to debate the topic of having 3 days of in a week. I'm James, and I support the idea of having 3 days of in a week.
And I'm Archer. I will argue in opposition of the 3 days off.
As everyone knows, this issue has been discussed by many people recently. But in my opinion, this idea is irreversible because there is too much schoolwork and exam that stresses students out. And that is why the suicide rate of students stay high in Taiwan. I think if this idea can be used, it can fix many students' problems at school. Even Suzhou University in Midstone Dashi has said that they hope to be the first one to implement 3 days off. I think even the headquarters university is willing to accept 3 days off. It stands to reason that is a useful idea for education.
3 days off in education? That's so ridiculous. I don't believe such a topic came from a junior high school student. As we all know, even so, in 5 days a week, we can hardly complete the semester. Now, for this, we will rush to death, because there's so many things to do. 4 days a week in education is definitely impossible. No one will ever graduate. We will have to spend maybe 13 or 14 years before we even think about going to a college or getting a new job. Only if we cancel or shorten the summer and winter vacation can this be practical. But no one wants to give out a vacation, right?
Not only for students, 3 days off is also good for office workers because their work time is long. Every worker has to work at least 8 hours each day. So, if this idea can be implemented, I think it will allow them to become more efficient at their works. Besides, 3 days off can let people have an additional holiday so that they can have more time to do what they want. And it also can make people's life more flexible. For example, you can go on a picnic, taking a trip, flying a kite, having fun with adventures with your family. I think that's the true meaning of 3 days off.
I agree with what Jim says. Yes, this policy can promote our concentration and efficiency on work, but sometimes it doesn't work. For instance, a workman who uses his labor and muscle on work, less work time will only mean less productivity for them. That's how they feel. Also, staff work in factory. We all know machine won't increase its speed even if you give it more holiday. And in the case I just mentioned, bosses need to pay more salary to maintain an original productivity. That's deadly damage to our economy, because none of us is willing to do that. What I will do is leave Taiwan and go to somewhere labor is cheaper and set up a factory there. Many people will lose their job and contribute to a higher unemployment rate. And we may also lose the ability to compete with other countries on the economy. Only jobs use their brain, creativity, and skill on work feel better. Sufficient rest can indeed promote their efficiency on work, and only in this case, the policy can benefit both sides, bosses and workers.
Now, according to my opinion, I want to conclude it. First, I think this idea makes sense loudly, but after listening to Ultra's argument, I think it has many things to do before a policy implementation. Finally, I hope this idea can be carried out in the future. If it can strike a balance between, it will still be a good option.
I also want to conclude my opinion. I agree with Jim that this policy can promote our efficiency and let us control our lifestyle more and strike a better balance between personal life and our job. But it sometimes doesn't work, especially in a labor occupation and in school. And it is also a huge risk of losing the ability to compete with other countries on the economy. I think this policy is a double-edged sword for our society, and obviously, the shortage is much bigger than the advantage. In current situation, this is not possible, but maybe someday, artificial intelligence and robot will make this work. After all, no one knows what future holds. That's all our event. Thanks.
Thank you, Arthur and Jim. Next, along the same line of listening, next we will hear from Chris, Carol, and Gordon as they offer further opinions on their topic of 3 days weekend. Let's welcome them.
Hello everyone. Today we want to talk about if 3 days off happen in Taiwan. I'm Chris.
I'm Carlos.
Can you imagine if students only have to go to school 4 days a week? What if the people with job only have to go to work for 4 days a week? 3 days off sounds too good, but if it is planned and implemented in the right industry in the right way, it can also improve efficiency, reduce stress, and increase health and family time. And the old traditional of the 2 days weekends may be facing the moments of change.
Recently, some citizens wrote a proposal on the public policy participation platform, hoping that Taiwan becomes the first country in Asia to take a 3-day weekend. With more than 5,000 people signed, the government must respond within a month. This has also caused a lot of discussion in society.
Some people say, how can 5 days work be done in 4 days? Now, I have 2 days off on weekdays, but I often work overtime on Saturday. Do you want to have an extra day off on a week?
However, the idea of the 3 days off in a week is not a recent idea. In the past few years, COVID-19 epidemic sweeping the world, so it is more important to balance work and life. And so far, Australia, Japan, the USA, and Europe, more and more companies has piloted the 3 days off in the weekend. And so we want to talk about the advantage and disadvantage in the 3 days off weekends.
First of all, let's take a look at a British study which claims to be the large 3 weekends in the history of the world. Since 2022, 61 companies and 1,900 employees have implemented a 3-day weekend holiday system for a year. Both labor and management are agreed that the number of working days should be decreased from 5 days to 4 days. And the salary will not shrink by 100%. But the production goal should also be fully achieved.
According to the research, up to 90% of the employees want to continue to take 3 days off in a week. And about 55 think that their working ability has become stronger. And about 40% feel that their stress has improved.
You may not be surprised that employees like to take the 3 days off in a week. What about the boss? With a score of 1 to 10. Overall satisfaction of 61 business owner has 8.3 points, and the quality and quantities of employees and work results has 7.5 points, and the revenue in half a year has increased by 1.4%, and average compared with the same period increase of 35%. And the employee turnover rate has been greatly reduced to 57%, and more than 90% of companies plan to continue a 3 days weekly holiday system.
In other words, the employees are happy, the boss is satisfied, and the business is better. Before United Kingdom, the non-governmental organizations that the large-scale experiment will also carry in the United States, Ireland, and Australia, the final result is equal and is useful to overall working environment.
I present. There is no country in Asia that implement 3 days of other days a week. Taiwan government pointed out that the current situation is that everyone thinks that 3 days of other days is a good point, but it is difficult to implement. And the job vacancy is also a major problem that 3 days holiday can develop.
In any case, the concept of 3 days week, 3 days, take off 3 days of the week is with more discussions and attention. In the future, in the Taiwan's future, we think we can expect more discussions about the 3 days off in the week.
To sum it up, the concept of 3-day vacation week is gaining traction and experimentation across the globe. This arrangement of working hours not only help employees to be more efficient, but also helps employers and business get better. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chris, Carol, and Gordon. This is a challenging idea indeed. Next, we will learn about one student's thoughtful idea about online classes. Since the COVID pandemic, a lot of things have changed for education, and we feel the same way. Next, let's all welcome them to the stage.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of online classes. Many things have changed since the beginning of COVID-19. For example, many shops have been closed because at the pandemic peak, many people have to stay at home and couldn't go out. So basically, had fewer customers and they needed to close to reduce work. And the school across the world switch to online classes. This can reduce the risk of COVID-19 transmission and cross infection. Because online classes start contact with everyone. Although online classes seem to be less meaningful than in-person classes, it also has many other benefits. For me, learning at home is more comfortable than learning at school because I can spend more time relaxing and using things I like. At late time, I often play video games during the break time, and I also sleep inside. I can also wear whatever clothing I like. Online classes also offer more flexibility and accessibility for users because studying at home means they don't need to waste time on journeying to school, so they can arrange study plans they want. Each person has different learning styles. On the other hand, there are some disadvantages to online learning. Studying at a computer screen all day can hurt our eyes, and This can cause eye stress and headache, and reduce the user's ability to learn well. Also, students might have trouble staying focused. They study online from home because of big lack of social interaction. There's no one to meet face to face and play with people with outside. For this reason, some people think in-person classes are better than online classes, but I think social problems can do something to solve it. Finally, my overall opinion is that I still prefer online learning. This is the end of my presentation. Thanks for listening.
That was a great reflection for both sides to think about. Next, we have another solo video. Tom has chosen to inspire us about table manners in Taiwan. Please join me to learn from him.
Hello everyone, I'm Sean. Today I want to introduce this topic. 5 things you can do with trustee in Taiwan. First, you can put the trustee into the rice because it is really rude. When people pass away, we put a trustee into rice to worship him. So don't do that. Next, don't use the trustee to hit a ball. When people do that, they think they are a beggar begging for food. It's really bad habit. So, when we have a big meal, we should offer our serving trustee to eat it because it is a good habit and also you should take care of the vegetarians. They can eat meat, so you can use your trustee with them. 4. Never put your trustee on the table. You can put it on the board, you can put it on the plate, you can put it beside the meal, just don't put it on the table. 5. When you eating the dinner, don't waving your trustee. You are not a music conductor. Thank you for the listening.
What a great invention and interesting consideration about manners. This is the end of the first session of our presentation. We will now take a 10-minute break. Please note, the bathrooms are located in the end of the hallway. Break is also a welcome thing. Thank you. 现在是中场休息时间，如果有需要上厕所或者是装水的来宾，请从这边走廊往后走到这里，谢谢。
Thank you.